Traders in the building, what is good? Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the channel. So in this particular video, I'll be analyzing EURUSD, GBPUSD, USDJPY, GBPJPY, and AUDUSD. So moving on, looking on this instrument in front of us, this is EURUSD, and I'm currently bullish on this particular market. The reason is, as you can tell, that this market at the moment is currently trading above this particular bearish channel, right? It's very obvious to see. Another reason why I'm bullish on this particular instrument is because at the moment you can see that the market is clearly above a support. To this area, this is where the market couldn't sell from. Anytime it reaches this low, it bought, and so they did try to break below the structure, could not sustain itself below, and then it went above. And as you can see at the moment, we are still trading above that structure. Hence, I do expect the market to continue going higher, right? These are my two reasons why I'm bullish on this particular instrument on the higher time frame. However, we need to move to a smaller time frame, the daily time frame, right? Let's go to the daily time frame. So at the moment, though I'm bullish on this particular instrument, I do recognize that the market is still kind of caught up in a bearish channel, right? So if you look from your far left, this was the first touch, second touch, third touch, fourth touch, and again the market it seems rather that it's rejecting the structure over here. So though I am bullish, I would say to you guys, do pay attention to this resisting trend line over here. So what you can do for the week that is coming, you can wait for the market to respect this high, right, as it is respecting it. Respect this high to drop, come back, give a retest to this support over here, and this is where you can start to look for buys. Or if the market could just open, if it could, then it would be nice, open and break above this high. And if it does that, then it means the market would be confirming our bullish bias. Then of course a retest would be nice, and then we start to expect those buys coming in. Pretty much that's all I'm looking for in this particular instrument. There is nothing more, there is nothing less. Moving on to GBPUSD rather. Let's go on the higher time frame. I'm also bullish on this particular instrument, and I'll explain. So the reason why I'm bullish on this instrument, it's similar to EURUSD. The market is currently trading above this bearish channel over here. You can see that's the bearish trend line rather. First touch, second touch, and the market broke out, and then it's been trading above that structure, right? So you can see that. The second reason why I'm bullish is because at the moment the market is trading above a level of significance. It is trading above a support. You notice how anytime it reaches this low over here, it buys, tried to break below, could not sustain itself, and at the moment we are still above that trend. So hence I do believe the market, it just needs a little bit of momentum, a bit of volume, then it can have that move. It can rather give us that move to the upside, right? But the way you can trade this market is, again, you need to move to a smaller time frame. Let's go to the daily time frame, and I've already identified my areas of interest over there. So I have identified this high over here. I have identified this high and this low as my two areas of interest that I'm interested to buy from, right? Should the market open next week and we can see that the market is respecting this high, right, and it starts to show bearishness, you can sell this market short term back to this support, right, this support, and this is where we start to look for our buys long term. Or if the market could just open, and hopefully it does this, it opens and then it breaks above this resistance over here. Should it do that, then it's nice. It means the market would be confirming our bullish bias, and then from there we would await a retest. Then we start to look for those buys. Pretty much that's all I'm looking for in this particular instrument. There's nothing more, there's nothing less. If you also zoom in like this, you can clearly see that there is a trend line that was over here, that now the market is trading above. Of course, you can see that this was an area of significance. First touch, second touch, third touch. Anytime the market touched the trend line, it rejected. The market broke out, came back for a retest, and now the market is pushing higher, right? So it makes sense for us to look for buyers. However, if you want to trade this market, maybe if you're a scalper, you can also look into smaller time frames for maybe immediate entries. Like if I drag this thing like this, I can clearly see that the market did treat this as a support, treated this as a resistance. So now that the market is above that structure, this could mean the market is ready to buy from here. So that's all I'm looking for on this particular instrument. Moving on to USDJPY. This is the third instrument of the day. Let's go to the higher time frame. On this one, I really thought about not adding this one on the channel again, because I feel like at the moment it is I don't like how it's moving, but some of you guys do trade this market, so I think it's only fair that I also include it. So I'm also bullish on this particular instrument on the higher time frame. That's the thing, only on the higher time frame. However, on the smaller time frame, I really don't have a bias as of yet. I feel like this market, let's just let it be, and we're gonna come back when it has settled, because at the moment it's just crazy. So that's my reason why I'm bullish, is because the market keeps making higher lows and it keeps making higher highs, as you can tell from there, right? The market is bullish. Another reason is, if you zoom in like this, you can see that there was a resistance around the structure. but now the market broke around above that structure. Of course, if the market does that, it means the market, the resistance that was here would now turn into a support, and so it makes sense for us to anticipate other buyers coming in. And however, the way you can trade this market, you need to go to a smaller time frame, and over there you need to identify your areas of interest, and that's how you can trade it moving forward. So for me, I don't like how this price action is forming on this particular instrument. I feel like it is I don't know really, but I don't like how the market in this, I don't like how price in this market is moving. So I would encourage you guys, just step away from this instrument, look at other instruments, because there's many things that you can trade. However, if you feel like this is your go-to pair, then these are my two areas of interest that I would advise you guys to buy from. And then it means you would need to wait for the market to give a retest around the structure. You buy here, or if the market breaks out above that structure, it's a good area for you to buy, because if you go in a smaller time frame like the 4-hour time frame, I spoke about this level last week. So you can clearly see that this is an area of significance where this market, when it was above, it bought; when it was below, it treated it as a resistance, it sold, and it did try to reject but didn't, went above, came below, and then the market at the moment, you can see that it did treat it again as an area of significance. It went above, came for a retest, and the market at the moment is pushing higher, right? So maybe what you can do is you can anticipate the market to come back down before you can look for buys. If it does, then it means it's a good area for you to buy, because if it breaks this structure over here, then it would mean look for sells back to that structure over there, then start to look for buys. Really, that's all I'm looking for in this instrument. There's nothing really that much, but like I said, guys, if you can avoid this instrument at the moment, then I would encourage you to do that. So let's move on to GBPJPY. So I'm also bullish now this week on this particular instrument. You might remember that last week I was bearish, and the reason was this area over here. It was an area of significance because this is where price rejected from previously, and I did anticipate that the market could again treat this area as an area of resistance. However, let me say it like this, because if you look at it, the market is ranging, right? The market is ranging, so of course it reaches the low, it buys, it buys, it buys. So I thought it was going to do the same thing, respect the high, and sell again, right? But the market, as you saw in the smaller time frame, there was a minor trend that had formed over there. So you look at it like this. This was the trend line that I was looking at. First touch, second touch, third touch, fourth touch, and a fifth touch. And the market now just recently broken above the highest, creating a new high. So of course it makes sense that the market is no longer going to respect this high, because I did say last week that for us to see that this market is respecting this high, I would need to see it come, break the trend, and break this structure over here. Then it would be a good area for me to start looking for sells. However, as you can see, the market is bullish, and instead of breaking the low, it broke the high. So now it means now the higher high has been broken. It turns into a lower high. So this is where we start to look for buyers to try and create another higher high. That's all pretty much I'm looking for in this instrument. There's nothing really into it. However, many things could happen, man. So what if then the market opens and instead it comes back below the structure? If it does that, I would just treat this market as a ranging market, and anytime the market is here, I would just sell back to the support, buy, sell until the market breaks out or the market breaks below, and then that would mean the market, if it breaks below, it's bearish. If it breaks above, it's bullish, like it is at the moment. That's all I'm looking for in this particular instrument. AUDUSD. Let's move to the higher time frame. Higher time frame, as you can tell, I'm bullish on this particular instrument. The reason is, as you can see, the market, anytime it reaches the support, it buys, and again we are above that structure over there, right? The second reason is the market is trading above this bearish trend that it had created. You see how the market reached the trend, sold, it sold for many times. I mean, it sold. If you look at it, this was back in 2013, 2012, that was when the market created this trend. So it makes sense for us to look at it that way, right? And also, if you notice how the market over here, it has also broken above this particular minor trend that it has created over here into a smaller time frame. If we go to the weekly time frame, you will clearly see that the market has broken out of the second minor trend over there. So this trend, as you can see, from 2021 created that high, sold from there. Created the high. Anytime the market reaches the high, it sells, it sold, right? However, the market now has broken out of that trend, so it makes sense for us to anticipate the market to continue going higher, right? Because it means the market now is no longer caught up in that bearish channel, and instead the market now is bullish. The way you can trade this market, I've already identified my two areas of interest. So if you move into a smaller time frame, the daily time frame, so you look at this, I've identified this as a high and this is the low, And I would love to see the market next week breaking above this high for me to confirm those buys, right? It would be nice before I can say, okay, I'm ready to see those buys, or because anything could happen. As you can see, the market seems to be bearish at the moment. So I do maybe expect again, now that it's below the structure over here, the market potentially is just coming back down to retest these lows, right? It could do that, similar to gold. You saw how gold is now forming a retracement area on the other video. So potentially also this market is just going to come back down, back to this support. And if it does that, then it means the market, then if it comes here, of course, we can start to look for buys. All I'm looking for on this particular instrument and on these instruments for the week that is coming. If you're watching up to this part, thank you guys. I love you so much. It means a lot to me. Don't forget to like and subscribe the video. And yeah, man, I love you guys. I'll see you next week, same time, same place. And I am out.